Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Viksit Datakul, the podcast where we dive into the stories, innovations, and brilliant minds shaping the future of technology. I'm your host, Prithviraj, and today we are exploring the cutting edge world of cloud architecture, software engineering, and tech driven innovation. Buckle up because we have got a truly inspiring guest with us today. It is Shilpa SJ. Shilpa, welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be here.
So, let me introduce Shilpa. Shilpa is a cloud architect. She has been working in TCS and handling products and services for Google. She's also a software test engineer in Kagan. She's building resilient as well as scalable cloud solutions that are revolutionizing industries. But her journey is far from conventional. From starting as a research analyst to becoming a data scientist and even holding a patent for signal conditioning of audio signals for aircrafts, Shilpa's path is packed with innovation and expertise. Hailing from the vibrant city of Mysore, Karnataka, her story is not only inspiring but incredibly insightful. Let's dive in. I will rewind. Shilpa, you started a research analyst and eventually became data scientist. How did your journey unfold from there to becoming a cloud architect and working for Google and TCS?
So, my journey has been one of the exploratory and innovation kind of a journey. I have always been inspired by the work of pioneers and scientists like Moses Olfenba, who are deep diving into frameworks and tools to create impactful applications. So, my first major project was Potter, developed at Theorems India Private Limited, which was using TensorFlow at the backend in to track the brands in images and the videos. So, marking my entry completely into computer vision tech field. So, over time, this passion grew, and I began working with advanced tools like Image AI and Ultralytics with YOLO V8 models and contributing to client success like Epsilon and Salesforce and marketing automation space. So, from a small proof of concept to a fulfilling career, so it's been an exciting ride for me.
That's incredible. It's vast and diverse as well. Was there a specific turning point or a project that made you realize cloud solutions were your true passion?
Absolutely. I realized cloud development was my calling when I saw how quickly technology was evolving, especially with AI and cloud based solutions. Researchers like Alan Turing, John McCarthy were my huge inspirations in tech field, and their work laid the foundations for my work in which has deep and dived into the cutting edge technologies. The more I explored, the more I recognized how cloud solutions could power the future, and that's when I knew that it was the direction I wanted to take.
Excellent. Alan Turing and John, you have mentioned the pioneers of computers and artificial intelligence we should go and learn from in history. I see you have a research inclination and you also hold a patent for signal conditioning of audio signals for aircrafts. That's fascinating. Could you share more about this invention and what sparked it?
uh, this project came during my BTech days in electronics and telecommunication engineering. So we worked at HAL ARDC Bangalore to solve a critical issue in aircraft communication, where signal distortion at 2.5 kilohertz were disrupting the ground to air communication for the pilots. So our team developed band reject filters and notch filters, optimizing circuits and collaborating with experts in avionics division from ADA. And the result was a successful project published in the IGERMT Journal of Engineering, and it was one of transformative experiences in tech and signal processing domain.
Wow, that's a very good milestone that you have achieved. And I can see in aeronautical engineering and predictive maintenance, you could many could face such challenges and you have helped them by solving a major issue with your research. So your work has clearly impacted both aviation and tech. What was the biggest challenge during this project?
I would say the biggest challenge was managing the time, balancing academic exams while designing and simulating the circuits So we had to think creatively, use CROs for transparency, uh, to know about the signal processing part and optimize our designs all under a very tight deadline. So, but in the end, the rewards were tremendous, and the experience shaped my approach to problem solving in the tech world.
Yes, I think you highlighted one of the important and primary things like time management and stress management and how it helped you get good rewards in return. So I believe this is one of the things that we should be aware of, how to handle time. You have had such an exciting and fast-paced career, from research analyst to cloud architect at Google. How do you manage to balance your work and personal life, especially given there are demands of such high pressure in industry?
In fast-paced technological changing world, so we need to maintain our mental and physical health by praying and doing twin heart meditations, and also reading few good books like Never Lie by Freda McFadden. So self discipline is one of the important factor. So we need to practice gratitude towards nature, and we can also go with the physical stretches to keep our physical body very healthy in a way. So these are few practices that I
Yes,
completely align.
I totally agree. Mental and physical, both ways we have to balance our life, and you have set a few examples as well. I want to talk to you about your role more, where you're building scalable cloud solutions. So, for aspiring cloud engineers out there, what's a typical day in your life?
It's a mix of designing resilient systems and exploring new technologies. My cloud journey started at quantumx.ai, working with big data tools like Apache Airflow, Apache Superset, PySpark, and AWS Redshift. So at Google, I focus more on creating scalable cloud solutions, deep diving into orchestration tools like Google Cloud Compose, Cloud Formations, and exploring new services like Google Cloud Compose and Presto.io, and data warehousing tools like Redshift. So every day is a learning experience, and every project is a chance to push the boundaries and see what's possible in the cloud.
Well, that's very informative. You have also shared some tool names, and these are currently being used in the industry. So, the cloud technology being evolving so rapidly, what trends and advancements in cloud solutions excite you the most?
I'm most excited about the integration of AI with cloud architectures being built on Azure, GCP, and AWS clouds. So, with AI driven innovation, cloud platforms need to evolve to support complex workloads efficiently. Services like AWS, SQS, SNS, Athena, and step function state machines are very transforming, and how we orchestrate and manage data flows. The possibilities in big data and AI driven automations are very limitless, and that's what keeps me excited about every day.
Great. So, I see the designing aspect is more important. Thinking and implementing is also more important. And I see all this requires a lot of hard work to do, right? So, I'm sure
Yeah.
you need some downtime. What do you do in your leisure to unwind and keep your creative flow?
So, in my leisure time, I would like to visit PFA, People for Animals, for donating pet food items like
Mhm.
pedigree. And also, I plan for trekking for few days and driving my car to explore different places. Like it might be any nature, or it might be any camps like elephant camps, I can say.
Hmm.
So on a daily basis, I feed Squishy, which is a squirrel, which regularly visits my home these days.
Okay.
And on a daily basis, I do visit money control Nifty channels for share market knowledge, and watching TEDx. So
Okay.
watching genius documentaries of scientists. So these are few my leisure time, works that I do.
All this means that you are holistically keeping yourself informative in all directions as well as trying to utilize the time you have, right? So, definitely, it's very good. So, what would you advise for the aspiring technologists out there?
So I would suggest that start by exploring cloud platforms like AWS, GCP, and Azure. through hands-on labs, understand their services inside out, and begin building pipelines, CI/CD pipelines, and scalable architectures. So, as for AI, is focused on learning key models and few training techniques. Like TensorFlow and TensorBoard are a great way to get started with, especially with applications like in NLP and computer vision technological.
Fantastic advice. So, do you have any resources or tools you'll recommend for someone interested in cloud architecture?
Yes, there are so many incredible tools out there in big data platforms like Apache Airflow, Presto.io, Apache Rocksets and Superset, and Azure Data Factory are just the game changers, I can say. And for AI, like we can go with TensorFlow frameworks, Keras, Scikit-learn, and Matplotlib are just foundational frameworks. And for deep learning and Gen AI, exploring models like Gemini Flash 1.5 with Vertex AI and Google AI Studio, along with integrating them into particular apps like Flask and Django, will give you a very solid foundation.
Great. That's really informative. Shilpa, thank you for sharing so much of your journey and insights with us. It's an absolute pleasure having you on this podcast. To our listeners, I hope you have found this conversation as inspirational and insightful as I have.
Thank you. It was a wonderful experience, Prithvi. Thank you.
So, if you want to follow Shilpa's journey, make sure check her work online. Don't forget to subscribe to Viksit Datakul for more episodes filled with incredible stories and expert insights. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and continue to grow. Goodbye.